Good morning, my darlings, from our beautiful master bathroom. It is gonna take some time for it to sink in that this is our just everyday bathroom. It's so surreal. Today is another beautiful blue skies day. I'm just about to pop some makeup on. I thought I could very quickly do that with you just for a little bit of normality, and then really excitingly I am going to go through a few photos with you which the previous owner has loaned us. He wants them back, so I'm going to scan them, of the reconstruction of this house. And I thought I would go through a little bit of the history of the house with you because I've been getting so many questions about its history. I have mentioned that the main part of the house is 14th century. So yes, there is a lot of history here and there are so many little quirky things which I'd like to share with you. So we're going to do that, but first of all, I'm going to pop something on my face. I've not obviously been doing a full face of makeup every day, so I'll show you what I have been doing. So of course, starting with an SPF, this is the Elemis Daily Defense. This is Factor 30. I alternate between this, the Elizabeth Arden Great 8, which I think is 35, and the Sarah Chapman Skin Defense, which I think is also Factor 35. That one I wear on days when I'm not going to put on any other makeup because it's got a really nice tint to it, and on days when it's really sunny and I'm going to be spending most or all of the day outside, I want to use Factor 50. And when Charlie and I went to the Maldives, we were trying out some sun care from Tropic, and they have now got a UV Factor 50 face cream which is incredible. So obviously really high protection, clean ingredients, nothing that's gonna like hurt the corals or the sea or anything like that, and again it doesn't leave any white marks. So there's some really good facial SPFs out there. Next I'm just going to use, as always, Bare Minerals Original Foundation. This is really good because it's buildable, so if you want to have a really natural kind of no makeup day, then it's perfect, but then you can build it up as well if you want a little bit of extra coverage. Seems to be some pigeons nesting in the walls. I'm only using my camera screen as a mirror, so hopefully this is not too patchy. So at the moment I'm just using makeup that's in my travel makeup bag, so not necessarily my everyday makeup, but for bronzer I have got my La Mer bronzer. This is from their summer collection last year and it is so beautiful. It's nearly run out, but it'll be quite satisfying to finish this off, and it's just a really warm toned bronzer. Oh my god, I have a scratch. I don't know if you can see this. I've got a scratch going from here all across my face. How on earth have I done that? Oh my goodness, probably in the garden. I was actually crawling through hedges yesterday, checking for gaps that Dickens could escape through, so I'm not surprised to have a cut going all across my face. And then I have the Instant Look in a Palette Stoned Rose Beauty Palette from Charlotte Tilbury in my travel makeup set. So for blush, I just use a mixture of them both really. Just a really nice natural bit of blush. Desperately need some lip balm. And then I actually really like to use the bronzer mixed in with the eyeshadow shades from here for my eyelids. Can add in a bit of pink as well, mix it up a little bit. And I have this little mini travel size brow power from It Cosmetics in my makeup bag as well. This is a universal shade, so it actually works for everybody. And it's just a really perfect shade for me and really easy to just fill in the gaps. I have quite a lot of gaps at the front of my brows. And then I'll set them in place with the Benefit brow setting gel. And then I have been going without mascara quite frequently, but I'm going to use Benefit They're Real just to give my lashes a bit of definition today. I was thinking I might try an at-home LVL lash kit, just so that I can go makeup free and have a little bit more lash definition. So if anyone has tried it, let me know. You know, those sets where you can like dye and perm your own lashes. I'm quite intrigued. I'm going to do a video on at-home beauty treatments next week because there are a few things that I need to top up on. And then just because it's in the palette here in front of me, I'm going to use a little bit of the highlight from the Charlotte Tilbury palette just on the top of my cheekbones, because why not? So as I said, I've got my travel makeup bag down here, but what I'm trying to do is put the bits that I'm using most frequently in this little box. This I think was from Pop and Suki and it's got my name on it. And yeah, I'm just putting my everyday essentials in here. Obviously I don't really have my place with all my beauty products in one situation, and it's quite a big house to run around and find various products, so just trying to find ways of having everything that I need all together. So I'm going to pop this in the bathroom cabinet, and then something that I'm going to look at later on is I'm going to look online for some really nice holders for things like my flannels and my reusable cotton pads, because obviously the cabinet is glass, you can see inside it. I just want it to look really pretty, maybe get some pretty boxes for makeup brushes and things like that. But yeah, now I'm going to go downstairs and show you some of those old photos. So on most of the sinks at the house, we have got this set from Bramley. This is their lavender geranium and petitgrain essential oil hand wash and hand lotion, and it smells incredible. Just by washing your hands, it makes the whole room smell spa-like. It is so gorgeous. And they're also, I think they're very natural, aren't they? They're very natural, and they're made in Wiltshire, so another lovely British brand.
100% natural botanicals.
Incredible.
Yeah, and cruelty-free, obviously, but I mean, they are, like, they actually work as well, even though they're natural.
Yeah.
No, but a lot of natural products don't always do the job.
Yeah.
And this hand cream has been an absolute lifesaver.
It's safe to say we are obsessed. And Bramley have so kindly sent us one of these epic 5-litre refill tubs, which I'm not going to lie is the most exciting thing I've received all week. We are that obsessed with it. So, do you want to do the honours, darling?
Yeah, and of course, because we are fortunate we have quite a few bathrooms in this house,
yeah,
what we're looking to do is you buy the glass bottle once, and then you just refill them. So from a sustainability point of view, it's an absolute dream.
And if you don't have the functionality to recycle this, you can actually send it back to them and they'll recycle it. So
just put hand cream on.
Plonker. It'll pop up if you keep twisting it. Yeah.
Hey, look at that. The little things we get excited about, isn't it?
Not so little in this case.
No,
So that's satisfying.
oh my god, yeah, it is. Oh, the colour of it as well, it just looks like...
We first discovered this in a restaurant in Clapham where we used to live. God, that feels weird to say. It was number 32, wasn't it? Clapham Old Town. They had this in the bathrooms.
And to be honest with you, initially I thought, oh, it's another brand coming... Oh, God. Okay,
absolute plonker.
Don't worry. It's really... Yeah, but look, it's really hard to see it's full. Isn't it?
Doorknobula.
I'll use that now.
A quick clean up later, and we have got our refillable Bramley hand wash. Which bathroom is this going in, darling?
The one your mum's going to be staying in when she does finally visit.
Oh, lucky la la. So while we're in the bathroom, I thought I would just show you through here actually, because this little area gives you an idea of how many quirky things are in this house. And also this room is probably going to get quite transformed, so it'd be nice for you to see a before and after. So this, just to make the house layout make sense, through there is the master bedroom, which we're not really touching right now because we've got big plans to that room. And then obviously the just insane bathroom, which I love. This is obviously kind of like a walk-in wardrobe room. This is going to be Charlie's walk-in wardrobe. And it's just the most beautiful room. You've got this lovely window down at the end here, which looks out onto the driveway. So you can keep an eye on any comings and goings. Just the most beautiful view, look at that, my goodness. And then there's lots of little areas like this, so I think he'll probably turn this into a shoe cupboard or something along those lines. And then I think he's gonna put rails up on one side, maybe get built-in cupboards. So here is a really deep cupboard, and it's fantastic for shoe storage, but this originally was a priest hole. So this was used by priests during, okay, I'm not a historian, but I think it was during the revolution or times when priests were coming to be attacked in battles and things like that throughout history. Priests would be obviously kind of like the heads of their village and often vulnerable to be attacked and killed. So they used to hide, and this whole wall used to be panelled, and this was a hiding area for the priests. So a little bit of history there. And then in this bit of paneling, you might be able to tell there's now a little doorknob on here, but we have got a secret cupboard, which we'll probably use for bed linen, or Charlie might use it for shoe polish. Without the handle and the key fob, you would never know that that's there. And there's quite a few fun things like that throughout the house. And I just want to talk about the floorboards as well. So these floorboards are oak, and the oak from this house has been sourced from the Longleat estate. So if you know Longleat Safari Park, obviously there's a big manor house there as well. And all the oak from this house is from the Longleat estate. So that's a little preview of some of the areas coming off our master bedroom. You could even get rid of this door handle and lock, and then that would be a real hidden area as well. So we're in the master bedroom now, and this is obviously a very, very old fireplace from medieval times. And okay, I'm not sure how well the camera will pick this up. This is probably the most obvious one, but you can see here there are some carvings, almost looks like someone's taken a stencil and done some circular carvings, and they're actually all over the fireplace. So these are probably the most obvious ones, but there's a massive one here. It almost looks like a crop circle going out and out and out, and then the same on the other side. Again, I'm not sure if you can see, but you can see it's like, yeah, it literally looks like someone's done a doodle with a stencil, and then you can see the edge of a massive circle here. Well, the previous owner told us that these circles were here to ward off witches, so no witches would enter the house from the fireplace, which is reassuring to know that no witches are going to be coming into our bedroom. But yeah, it's just the most spectacular fireplace. We're trying to think what to do with it because, I mean, obviously we're not going to cover it up. We just want to make it a real feature in this bedroom. It's just so magical. I think we're looking at getting maybe a cream-coloured iron stove in here. So any ideas, let me know, darlings. And as you step out of the master bedroom, we just have this incredible staircase, which I've shown you before, but at this time of day, in the morning light, it just looks pure magic. Here's a little messy corner. So we've got all of our cleaning products in this box here. I think I'm going to go around and maybe buff up some of the wood later on today, clean some of the windowsills because it's such a nice day we can have the windows open and really aerate the house. But first, crumpet. Okay, so here are some of the pictures. I was going to scan them using my printer, but I've got this scanning app on my phone. I might just use those instead. But let's have a little look through these pictures. So I don't know if it's got... Hello, Dickie. Well, this photo was printed in 2006, but obviously it was taken a lot longer ago than that. So this is the original shape of the side of the house. So much foliage and bush. This area is now the most beautiful lawn. I'll take you out and show you that view later. This is the side of the house where right now, you saw in a couple of vlogs ago, the door that Charlie was adding teak oil to feed. This is now a really big laurel hedge. It looks like they've got a big water tank there or something. And we've still got the exact same drain pipe here. A lot of the windows are original to the old house and they are listed. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is a really old fireplace. This is in the dining room, which currently is filled with boxes. We still have this little secret, I think it probably would have been for warming plates or maybe where the servants would have sent the food up, I'm not too sure. There's an old brolly hanging there and gosh, look how messy the wall is from the fireplace. That has been beautifully cleaned. Gorgeous picture of the front of the house. Again, it's a shame I don't know when these pictures were taken. It doesn't have the little digits on the side, but that would have been a very early camera, that is for sure. Obviously, when this house was first built, cameras had not been invented, but we still have the same beautiful sash windows. Again, I'll take that out and show you history versus now. And then you can see how they had the gardens. They had a lovely long pathway coming out the back door there. All the windows open, so it must have been a lovely summer's day. And then this was actually at the bottom of the garden when the property was used as farmland. So you can see these are some old farm sheds, a stone building there. no animals in that picture, so I don't know what they were farming. And then these pictures were taken by the chap that we purchased this place from. And as you can see, there was no roof, so he had to completely restore the roof. He had to basically rebuild this place. So obviously, this photo that I showed you is the original building, and he has bought it to look as much like that again as possible. But when he purchased this place, it was just a total ruin. It was a real shell. So you can just see a few walls standing, a few beams, and we've kept as many of the original beams as possible. Totally open. If it was raining, you would have felt it in the kitchen. My goodness. You can see the holes in the roof, the holes in the walls, the construction, the timber frame. This must have been one of the original timber frameworks of the house, and I think that one is the one which dates back to the 1100s, which is bonkers when you think that that beam of wood is nearly 1,000 years old. That still is the main central beam in the house today, but it's been reinforced with steel, so it's not going to be collapsing on us anytime soon. Again, I think that's probably why they've taken so many photos of it, because that is the original beam that still to this day is running through the middle of the house. And then again, showing just how open the house was. There really were no walls. So yeah, he's done an amazing job, the guy that we purchased this place from. Goodness, what a mess. I'm going to go outside and show you, where's the other photo? These viewpoints, then versus now. Have you come outside with your mummy in the sunshine? Oh, it's going to be another lovely day. What are these, mummy? What are these? Alrighty, so this is the current view of the house, and this is the photo. So as you can see, it's the same structure that the previous owner has built it up again. Same little windows at the top, sash windows. My goodness, and the family, I wonder who they were. Hello, Dickens. Oh my goodness. What else can we see here? They've even managed to reconstruct the same effect on the windows. That kind of stone border. Goodness, that is magical. And this picture I think is even older. Same construction, but I think probably a good maybe 20 or 30 years older, this photo. Goodness. And then this view here, you can see all the bushes is this side view. So it looks like they've actually added in an additional window. That one in the top there. And then you can see the other windows. Obviously that big one is what gives the stairway the most beautiful light in the mornings. And they've used as much of the original stone as possible. Gosh, then versus now. So leading off from the kitchen is the pantry. I've showed you this before in a previous vlog. As you can see, pretty messy. I'm just gonna pop this down. My hands are full so I can point to various areas. So this area we need to make really functional. We're having a carpenter come over as soon as we can, and we're going to build some cupboards in here to hide the bin and put the microwave in. And then I would like to get some shelves on the wall here. This is mostly going to be like the dog's room, so it'd be nice to have their shampoo and their treats and things up there. In this cupboard here, I think this is something to do with the heating. There's quite a lot of, oh, towel rail and hot water. Interesting. I wonder if that's for the bedroom, because the towel rails are not on in there, and that would be so lovely if they were warm. But I think it won't hurt if I just vacuum this out and then put the dog treats in there to leave a bit of room by the sink. I have been putting the dogs in this sink for washes when they get muddy. And then we've got this big windowsill area, which I really don't want to become a dumping ground. Like, I want it to be a neat, nice little space. Obviously we've got like the Brita filter and dog food there at the moment. And then hidden underneath this towel is a very, very old, and I'm not sure that it's 14th century, but a very old water pump. We've got the dog leads hanging from the top. You can see the beams are super duper old. There's some cobwebs up there I need to get. And yeah, it doesn't work anymore. But this would have been the source of fresh water for the house. You can see it's got some of the original pipe there, and the rest of it is boxed in because it's probably not the most attractive. And yeah, well, you can't really see on camera, but you can see that it is really, really deep and kind of scary when you think about it. But yeah, we don't want to have stuff on here in the long term. It's just short-term measures while we sort out our storage. So I'm going to have a little tidy up of this area and hopefully make it look a little bit more presentable, and then when the carpenter comes we can sort out the storage in here properly. What I do love in here is the tap. I actually prefer this to the kitchen tap. It looks like Perrin & Rowe, and they are a brand that I discovered, I think, on Pinterest. I don't know if this is from Perrin & Rowe. What does it say down there? No, that's just a serial number. What does that say? Bristol Colonial, that's a different brand. So yeah, obviously Bristol made this tap. Maybe I'll look at them for something similar but in pewter for the kitchen, because I love this style of tap. That is so funny, was I not just saying about tinting my own lashes this morning? And look what's just arrived. So my blogger mail has started to arrive to the new address. These are from Ilia. I didn't even know they did a lash tint. Dark brown and dye brow. So when I have my pamper day, probably after the weekend, when the weather starts to be not quite as sunny, because I want to be outside as much as possible, I will give these a go. So we've just had lunch outside and it honestly feels like the middle of summer. You can see that I am glowing big time, and we were just about to go and do some gardening and we had a delivery. It was this new dress which I ordered last week, and I thought I'll quickly show you this in the mirror before I get changed into my gardening outfit. We've got this mirror propped up against the wall here. As I get closer, it's not quite the right angle, but you can see how beautiful this dress is. It is, of course, my favorite, Zimmermann. Got it from Farfetch. It's got really nice little bows on the shoulders and a very sweet length, but I love the fabric. It almost looks a little bit vintage. I think it might actually be called their vintage linen print. And I just feel like it really suits this house. So no doubt I'll be getting a lot of wear out of this at the house in summer. But now I'm gonna go upstairs, pop something more casual on to do a bit of gardening. You can actually potentially see it a little bit better in this mirror. So this, actually, have I even shown you this room before? So this is mine and Charlie's temporary bedroom. This will be one of the guest bedrooms when our master bedroom is done. Not the tidiest, but it is just being lived in. As you can see, our old bed, this is our bed from Clapham. It actually really suits this room. Obviously the bed is white, whereas the walls are cream. But I think we'll probably end up painting these walls anyway. And then, again, very messy, I'm so sorry. But this is a gorgeous antique dressing table. And then we've got matching chest of drawers over there and bedside tables and the mirror, which I was just showing you my dress in. And these bits of furniture we actually purchased from the old owner. So you can see the lovely dress. Really beautiful silhouette, just a slight flip out of the skirt. I'm not sure if my Farfetch discount code is currently active. I will email the girls there and find out, and if it is, I'll leave it linked down below. But yeah, very nice little dress, cute little delivery. And now I'm just going to pop back on my white Topshop dress. I know, actually no, that's probably not a good idea for gardening. Charlie and I are spending the afternoon down at the raised gardens, and what I was doing to this bed the other day, well, I don't want to say it was a wasted effort, but where it's been so warm, it's now super dry on top again.
Getting the weeds out was the crucial bit.
Yeah, but it's just so dry. We're going to have to water it quite a lot tonight, so Charlie's doing a really good job. How's the new spade?
Spade's amazing.
It's very sharp. It goes into the soil really well.
I mean, it does, and this will last a long time. I think it's actually good that we got a metal one, because the wood ones look prettier, but I don't know how long they'll last.
Yeah. 5 o'clock bells means it's time to put my video live. So I've just published the organising the biggest room in the house video. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to stick to these daily uploads if I keep doing it as like a daily vlog style. This afternoon sunshine is just absolutely gorgeous, perfect for gardening. It was just a little bit too hot earlier when we were sat there having lunch. goodness, in the last couple of days since I last did the gardening, all of these weeds have grown up from the bricks on the floor, so I might actually pull some of these up now from the root, and then hopefully it'll stop them coming back. And then did we decide that this is all weed as well?
Oh yeah.
My goodness.
Even weeds flower, obviously, like dandelions and stuff. I mean, this doesn't look unattractive, but you've got roses in here.
Yeah.
And then, for example, in here, we've got peonies already.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, and here, look, and then roses. So I'm thinking we keep, I believe the roses will flower a lot later than the peonies.
Yeah.
So this one and this one, we try and keep to
Rose
a combination
gardens,
of some mint and some basil and stuff, and then some
mint and
nice
basil in the low ones as well.
Yeah, I think so. Mint spreads though, so I don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
And then this
needs watering desperately. I might just prune up these little lollipop trees as well. I like doing those, don't I?
Yeah.
That'd be really
and the
nice.
ones at the end we'll leave for now.
Yeah, they're so dry.
We're not sure about what we're doing with them.
No.
What's the real shame is, what you want is terracotta pots, and they're proper pricey. Proper
pricey.
Some doorknob, not the previous owner, who's lovely, but the tenant he had has painted them.
What a cretin.
So we'll be getting the paint off them, we'll be bringing them back to life.
Will you be able to do that without smashing the pots?
Yeah. So we'll use the paint stripper that I've got, the machine.
Oh wow.
And it should work.
That'd be amazing.
Obviously on these ones, look, it already is coming off anyway.
Yeah.
So, and I read online.
Oh my gosh.
I read online what you can do is get lots of it off. I don't know if we've got a bucket big enough, but then you fill it with hot soapy water, submerge them for 24 hours.
And it dribbles off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right, that's enough slacking. Let's get back to work. It's a sweaty job, this gardening, but it's a good workout.
What do we think about it? I'm going to put it here and we can have a think.
Goodness me, we have been gardening for the last 3 or 4 hours, and it's safe to say I'm absolutely exhausted. It is such a good workout, and I feel like I've picked up the sun as well. Oh my goodness. It only got up to 19 degrees today, but our garden is quite sheltered, so you really feel like you're in a bit of a sun trap. I'm so out of breath. It's those stairs, oh my goodness. But I've had a few more deliveries, so I thought I would go through those with you today. Now, so I'm going to pop you up. That will do. Not the best background. So I received a box of goodies from Foreo. I love their devices, and I don't know where mine is amongst all this packaging, and I think I'm going to have a bit of a pamper evening, so this is amazing timing. Ooh. Oh, this is epic. UFO 2 power mask. So this, I've had a facial with these before, and it basically uses heat or super cold temperatures to make the mask penetrate deeper into your skin, and you can get loads of different versions of the mask. So we've got a purifying, glow addict, pearl infused mask. What's this? Hyaluronic acid, acai berry, and illuminating eye perfector. So there's even one that's specific for the eye area. What's this? Ooh, vanilla scented candle. And they even popped in a little fluffy headband. That is so cute. Looking forward to having a bit of a pamper later. In fact, after I've shown you the next parcel. I think I'm just going to go down and run the bath. We're having pizzas tonight, but because we had lunch quite late, I think it'll probably be another half an hour or so I've got time to pamper. Having spoken about it first thing this morning, that's such a coincidence, I have been sent some new sun cream from Tropic. This is their Factor 50 for the body. I've also got the face one, but I already popped that in the bathroom. And then Batiste also, they heard me talking about how much I'm using dry shampoo lately, and I said how I've been using my normal Batiste for covering my roots. So they very kindly have sent me this one, which is specifically for blondes. So not only is it a dry shampoo, but it also gives a little bit of colour. So I need this because my roots are about that big now. It's making it very hard to hide the fact that I'm not a natural blonde. Then I received this lovely delivery from Monica Vinader. It's kind of like a thank you delivery for supporting the brand always. As you know, I just absolutely love their pieces. Josie, as it's strange times, we wanted to send you some cheering gifts. The fig scent of this candle revives spirits, and these new skinny gemstone hoops feature a happy rainbow of sapphires, blue, green, yellow and orange. Hope you love them. Oh my goodness. So we have in this little jewellery box a brand new pair of hoop earrings, and they are just so lovely. Oh my goodness. Not sure if my camera is going to focus on these, but really, really beautiful rainbow coloured stones in there. Ooh, and then to help revive and restore, floral, green and woody. This is, oh my goodness. Oh, now that is a luxurious candle. Oh my goodness. That just smells expensive. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have such a good pamper evening. Back in the master bathroom again, and I'm just going to take my makeup off and have a bit of a pamper evening, but I'm absolutely exhausted, so I don't think I'm going to vlog anymore, darlings. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you do want a few more of these kind of daily vlogs, or if I should mix in a few different things. I know Charlie and I are planning to do a Q&A video, so keep an eye on the Old House Our Home Instagram, because that's where I will list the question box if you want your question answered in that. But yeah, I'm going to use, let's have a look. This is the Bramley Geranium Lavender and Sweet Orange Essential Oil bubble bath, and it smells incredible. So that is what I'm going to use to have a nice pamper. And I think after being in the garden I need to exfoliate, so I'm going to use my Saint-Tropez tan enhancing polish as well. So that's me for the rest of the day, the rest of the evening. Darlings, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your support so far in all the videos. I'm trying so hard to read every single comment, especially in the first hour after it goes live, and you guys are being so kind, so generous with what you're saying, and I'm really glad you're enjoying all of these videos. So darlings, that's all from me for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.